Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the weekly astrology and tarot forecast. If you don't know about the Flow Frequency Collective, this is a collective primarily for women leaders and entrepreneurs who want to lead with their soul, who want to flow, and we help you to do that here. One of the ways that we do that is by starting the week, giving you a little bit of an idea of the week ahead, the energies that are supporting us and also pushing us, giving you an opportunity to also get some guidance from tarot. So, first thing I want you to do is just tune in to whether you want message number one or message number two. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Monique Renee. All right, we got three here. Let's turn them over. All right. That's message number one. For those of you interested in message number two, let's see what shows up for you. It's a big week astrologically. There's so much going on. Let's see if we can begin to cover what's important. And that may look different for each of you, right? So this is a general reading. Looking at your own natal chart, we can reveal so much more in how it's going to affect you personally. But generally speaking, the energies at play this week are extremely, extremely powerful. Okay, so starting with, I can't ignore it. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Coins. So some of you may be really thinking about money, lack, not having enough. We all know the economy is not the best right now, and that a lot of people may be struggling, especially if you're an entrepreneur, right? The journey of the entrepreneur is lots of ups and downs. We know this. So if you're feeling it, I hear you. Let's work through it, okay? So for those of you receiving message number one. The good news is you have the sun as part of the mix, and the sun burns all the negativity away. The sun brings light, it brings energy, it brings motivation. Okay. And and I can't get over that we have fire and water with the high priestess. The high priestess is in reverse, really wanting you to tune in this week, which makes so much sense once we get to the astrology. And the sun also makes sense. Fire energy, we have so many planets in Aries and a few more joining Aries this week. Okay, so we have that dichotomy of wanting to make things happen, our ego wanting to shine, but then our spirit wanting to tune in, wanting to slow down, focus on what's most important. So that may be a theme for you this week. Okay. Some of you may have a lot going on, a lot of mental energy, trying to think about what do I do? When do I do it? What's best for me? What's right for me? What does the world want me to do versus what I want to do for myself? This may be going on for you. And together with the high priestess in reverse and the Four of Swords, you need some downtime this week. You need some rest. You need some mental clarity. So, naps, meditation, really just closing your eyes and taking a deep breath. Swords is air, right? Breathing into your lungs and really focusing on just the most important things that you need to work on this week. Okay, because I feel like there's a lot of internal energy and a lot of energy wanting to calm you down and bring you in. Okay, so that is your message for those of you choosing message number one. For those of you choosing message number two, it's all about work, making money, and you're on a path of abundance, right? So much green energy, so much coin energy. Um, Something that you've been working on, it's going to move forward, right? So focus on building the thing you've been building, taking it to the next level, putting all of your energy into it, okay? Knowing that really what it's going to turn into is the 10 of coins. So something is moving in the right direction, something is growing deep roots for you as far as projects and career. Okay, it could even have to do with building. It could have to do with real estate, For those of you who may be in the real estate or in construction, that could also be a theme. I normally don't say that, but I guess it needed to come out today. Some of you may be buying property. I don't know why I want to say that, but let me know if that shows up or if that's a thought for some of you this week. Super positive for those of you um, who chose message number two. Okay. So a lot of opportunity and do the work. Do the work. Okay. Let's talk about the astrology. So much going on. So much energy in Aries right now. We have the sun in Aries. I believe we have Chiron in Aries. We've got Mars sandwiched in between Neptune and Saturn, two opposing energies. Now, the good news is that Neptune, water, and Saturn, earth, earth and water do get along, okay, but they're different energies. So Mars is kind of stuck in between these two energies, and it's kind of like, get me out. Yeah, I want to dream with Neptune, and I want to get to work and make money with Saturn. Okay. But Saturn is that responsible, like, don't move too quickly, do things in the right way. Right. So some of you may feel a little bit stuck in between the dream and the doing this week, and that can feel frustrating. Okay. Now, today, Mars pairs up with Neptune. Okay. They're going to be at the exact degree today. And so today can feel a little bit slower. You may want to push something, but it may not be the right moment to push it too hard just yet. You may want to really tune in, okay? It can feel a little bit slower and a little more soulful. Um, and tuning into what you want to initiate this week and begin to initiate may be the way to go, okay? And maybe just slowing down enough to just think and meditate, to get to those meaningful downloads that are going to align you with the most purposeful and with the most fulfilling path for you. Okay. Because Mars just wants to get going, it doesn't want to think too much. But at least in the beginning of the week, today, that energy really wants you to think a little bit and tune into your soul before you get going. Okay. And also today, Venus is creating a positive alignment with Jupiter. These are two incredibly abundant and God, grounding, expanding energies. Okay, so together they think about money, they think about stability, they think about values and doing things the right way, but also grandiosity, right? So some of these themes may be on your mind, and you may be desiring big and beautiful things that will last and that can change your life and your work, right? So if you're having those big thoughts together with Mars in between Saturn and Neptune, this is a powerfully energetic day. Make sure to ground yourself. Okay. Play with those energies, feel them, bring them into your energy because they can really help you to manifest and do the work, but get grounded. Okay. Now, the moon is in Pisces today. So, again, a little bit slow, a little bit dreamy. Some of you, like me, who's a Pisces, you may not want to be taking too much action today. You're more in your mind and in your heart, like I am. So, but you can feel very dreamy, very creative, right? Give yourself some creative space today, some time to just meditate and maybe pray. You may be contemplative, okay? And only thinking about what actions you want to take instead of just taking them. Okay. Now, tomorrow on Tuesday, Mercury is aligning with Uranus and entering fiery Aries. So, another planet in Aries. Okay. Your mind is going to continue with that theme of expansiveness. You may feel a little impatient, right? And ready to make a big move or shake things up. And you may have some brilliant ideas, okay? Not just on Tuesday, but it may just show up this week. Pay attention to them, okay? Continue with the grounding, okay? Because Mercury, air, together with Uranus, air, very future oriented. You may feel that agitation in you. Okay, so get some groundedness. The moon joins the Aries party on the 15th, okay, on Wednesday. So you may feel that fire, that inner fire in many, many ways, okay? For some of you, it can feel like anxiety. So some salt water baths may be really good. Slowing down, some me time, okay? Hopefully you're seeing that we need a little bit of that balance this week of moving forward, expansiveness, shaking things up, but also making sure we're doing it in the right way. Okay. We also have Mars and Mercury sparking up Pluto. Okay. Giving us this nudge toward transformation and truth and deep work, right? So there could be some surprises and revelations this week that you didn't see coming. Hopefully, they're very positive. Tune into your own transformation. Okay, some of you are going to be feeling that deep transformative nudge this week. I'm feeling it already. So, what deep work is showing up this week for you? Maybe it's deep questioning, okay, with that Mercury and Uranus theme. Work with it, create space for it, journal with it, okay? Again, saltwater baths, really good idea. If you don't have a bath, take some Epsom salt, put it in your shower, step on it while you're allowing the water to clear you, okay? That's a tip. Yeah. Okay, on the 17th, it's a new moon. Okay, the new moon is in Aries, it's at 27 degrees. Okay, so it's at the end of Aries, but it's still in Aries. Okay, so it's a fiery new moon. You may feel that agitation. Okay, and I want to read the Sabian symbol. This new moon is going to affect you if you have any planets around 27 degrees of Aries. Like I have Venus in Aries at 29 degrees, so I'm feeling it already. But not just Aries, okay? If you have any planets around 27 degrees in Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, you're going to feel this new moon more than anyone else. Okay? So there's a big theme going on. Okay, the Sabian symbol gives us sort of like an esoteric spiritual theme that many of us are going to be feeling this week. Okay, um, it's called Nothing Lasts Forever. This symbol speaks to the disillusionment that can occur when too great a dependence is placed on things external to yourself, right? That is why we're being called in this week in many, many ways. And yes, take action, but not without going in. Okay. The image of a large, disappointed audience alludes to an expectation that wasn't met, as when something that is being enjoyed ends prematurely, or when something that is being anticipated or expected to occur fails to materialize. Okay. So for some of us, it may feel like disappointment this week. Okay. This symbol also speaks to the unpredictabilities of life and to changes in taste or preference. All right. So it creates a little bit of a negative connotation, right? And there's a comment on the danger of an individual becoming disillusioned as a result of making the momentary mood of the masses any proper guide for the values he or she should pursue, right? So values before ego. Values, our internal values, our inner GPS is more important this week than whatever the world tells us we should be doing, feeling, thinking, being. Okay. So the accent is on a shift in attitude and values. What worked yesterday may not hold up well today. The opportunity, your greatest advantage lies in being self-reliant and pleasing yourself. Think independently and objectively. The risk, guard against letting criticism, disapproval, or the opinions of others get you down or stop you from doing what you know is right for you. Avoid self-pity and negative thinking. Okay? Whew. Oh my goodness. There's so much energy this week. And I haven't even gotten to the most important part. Stick with me. Okay? So that's the new moon. Remember that the new moon is about releasing and then creating a new idea, a new belief, a new energy that's going to support you for the next 30 days. Okay? So think about what that thought is, the best thought for you this week that is going to allow you to release any negativity you're feeling, any self-pity, self-harm, and that is going to give you the emotion of, I got this. I got this for myself. Okay. Do some ritual, do some ceremony around that. Okay. And salt bath, salt bath, salt bath this week, or get grounded. Go and put your feet in the dirt. Okay. Now, the big theme of the week, aside from everything I just shared, is that Mars on the 19th, Mars partners up with Saturn, conjunct Saturn, right? So Mars was exact with Neptune. Now it's going to be exact with Saturn. And that's going to be through the 23rd. Okay. But this is launching a theme that we haven't seen since 1998, the last time that Mars and Saturn were together in Aries. Okay. And so this is the initiation, the beginning of a cycle that's going to last, a theme that's going to last for the next 2 years. Okay. And Mars is all about initiation, right? Starting something new, lighting a new fire. Saturn is about work. It's about money. It's about responsibility and doing the right things. Okay. And being loyal to your calling, if it's the right calling, and putting all of your hard work. It's about hard work. Okay. Lighting the fire, putting that hard work behind it. So many of us are going to be initiating something new. Okay. It's going to start this week and it's going to build over 2 years. Okay. So it's really important that you tune in to that inner soulful energy and idea of where do we want to put our attention, right? Where is our heart in it? Where is our soul in it? Okay. Forget the external world, focus on you. Okay. And do the work. So we can look back to 1998 to recall what patterns were showing up in our life. Okay. For me, I was transitioning. Not only was I pregnant with my son, purchasing a new home, um, but also in the midst of launching into a new career, into a new job for the 2 years, 2.5 years, almost 3 years that followed. Okay, so I can see my patterns really clearly. What were your patterns? It doesn't mean that it's going to be exactly the same, but there are going to be similar themes, right? So I'm going to be looking at the theme of birth, the theme of moving, of home, of groundedness, of family life, and also a new career. Okay, so those are the things that I'm playing with over the next 2 years. What is it going to be like for you? Okay, I want to say that also on the 19th, when this happens, the moon enters Gemini, so it's going to feel a little bit lighter. You may get some great ideas. You may want to go get out into the world and be social. Okay, that's going to help lighten the energy of the week. And then also, at the end of the week, the sun moves into Taurus. Okay. So the sun moves out of Aries and into Taurus, where it's going to give you a little bit more of that grounded energy. You're going to feel more aligned with your values. Spend some time at home. Okay. Do earthy things, cook some food, drink a glass of wine, a piece of chocolate, and just focus on what's good in your life. Okay. So let's end the week off with a ton of gratitude. All right. There's a lot here. Stay in touch with me. Comment below. What are you feeling? Come back here and let me know. And let's support each other in the collective. For those of you that want to join the collective as a paid subscriber or a founding member, if you become a founding member, you will get your customized flow roadmap, which is a guide that really tunes you into the energies that are at play for you this year and you're going to get a ton of resources and you're going to learn how to flow based on your energies, okay? And what 2026 wants you to be doing, how it wants you to be growing, okay? Thank you for showing up today and have a fantastic week ahead.